morning students. Welcome to my 6th video lecture of chapter 4 basic geometrical ideas standard 6. In today's video lecture we will learn how to measure an angles. So first we will try to understand how angles are created. So here I have shown you 4 types of angle. So first one is here, that one, second one, this one is third one, and this one is fourth one. Now I will clarify the difference between all of them. So here you can see that any angle is created with two rays, and they both are having common point, which is called vertex. So when one arm of any angle is start rotating, suppose this ray AOB will be rotate like in this direction, anti-clockwise. So it will become like this. So now you can see that this angle is bigger than this. Now we will again rotate it on this side, anti-clockwise. So it will become like this. Now this one will bigger than second one. Now this arm will complete one rotation and it will become like this. So the magnitude or measure of an angle is the amount of rotation from one arm to another arm. If two angles have different inclinations between their arms, then we say that these two angles have different magnitudes or measure. The standard unit of measurement of an angle is degree. So whenever we measure any angle, we represent that angle like by this degree. So the standard unit of measurement of an angle is degree. It is denoted by a small circle like this. Small circle like this. Consider a ray or rotating on turning it in the same direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. You can turn this like here also. So it will go in this direction and become here. And you can rotate in anti-clockwise also. So like this you will come to know how the degree of angle can be changed. Next one is, here I have given different explanation what I have told you in previous slide. Next one is, consider a ray OA on turning it in the same direction. Suppose this OA is starting rotating like this. So it will go and it will come back to here. So like when it will come to its place again, this one complete turn is called revolution. The angle for one revolution is assigned a measure of 360 degree and it is called a complete angle. So any angle of 360 degree is called a complete angle. So here OA and OB both together make complete angle. So 1 degree is equal to 1 by 360 of one complete revolution. If a ray OA takes a quarter turn, suppose this is my OB. So when one whole rotation is completed, it is 360 degree. Now this one is 360 by 2 is equal to 180 degree. This one is 360 by 4. And 360 by 4 is equal to 360 by 4 is equal to 90 degree. So 360 by 4 is equal to 90 degree. So when one arm rotate 1/4, then it will become 90 degree. If it rotates half, then it is 180 degree, like this. Now I want to give you explanation about protractor. So what is protractor? It has degree marks on the curved edge from 180 degree to 0 on inner scale. This is the inner scale of protractor. You can see that it is marked 180 degree to 0 degree. This is outer scale. Outer scale has marked 0 degree to 180 degree. Inner scale is marked 180 degree to 0 and outer scale is marked 0 degree to 180 degree. Both scale is useful in different way. You cannot use both scale together. At one time you can use only one. You cannot use both of them together. So this one is outer scale and this one is your inner scale. Measuring in an angle. How will you measure an angle? Suppose this red line is an angle. This is my angle. So how will you measure an angle? How will you? So first we will place the protractor so that its center is exactly on the vertex. This is the vertex of angle. So we place the center of protractor on the vertex and the baseline along the arm OA. Now this is the baseline of protractor which is completely along the base arm of angle. Can you see that? Again I will show you so you can understand. Suppose this is our angle which we want to measure. So center of the angle will be placed on the vertex of angle and the baseline of protractor will be on the baseline of the angle. Here you can see that the baseline is completely matched with the angle. Starting with 0 mark of the scale lying on OA. Now from where we will start? Because we are having two scales, inner scale and outer scale. So here you have to be careful. You have to use that scale whose 0 on the baseline. Here you can see that the inner scale 0 is on the baseline. Outer scale 0 is here, where inner scale 0 is on the baseline of angle. So we will use inner scale to measure an angle. Now this line is matching here. And you can read that what is the number is given over there. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. It is showing 50 degree on inner scale. So the measurement of this angle is 50 degree. So you have to be careful which scale will you use when you are measuring angle. Suppose I have an angle like this. So now tell me, which scale will you use? Here we will use outer scale. Why we will use outer scale? Because 0 of the outer scale is lying on this baseline. I will use another color so you can understand completely. Again I will draw a line. Suppose I want to measure an angle like this. So 0 of outer scale is lying on the baseline of this angle. This is the baseline of angle. So now to measure this angle we will use outer scale. And now read where it is crossing. It is between 70 and 80. So it is 75 degree. Got it my point? So this one is 75 degree. So what you have to keep in your mind, which scale will you use when you are measuring the angle? The scale whose zero lying on the baseline of the angle. That scale you have to use. Here inner scale is 0, so we will use inner scale. If the angle is like this, then outer scale 0 is on the baseline, so we will use outer scale. Why I am repeating? Because I know you will make mistake in this only. That's why I am telling you. Next one, I have given explanation about how to measure an angle. So here I have completed my work, how to measure an angle. So in next session, in assignment, I will give you some angles which you have to measure and you have to decide the degree of angles. Thank you. Have a nice day. If